Recognizing as true of yourself today is that which you are experiencing. So ask yourself the question, what do I see truth of myself today? And then once you start looking in your life, what are you experiencing? You will begin to see the mirroring effect, the links between things, and with that awareness, you can change it. Hello! Bada bing, bada boom. We are almost done with Neville Goddards at your command. So we are just in this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 action with the heart and mind aligned, going out into the earth and the universe, uplifting humanity. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel and our community that we are building to hold the space for the most wonderful things, the most marvelous things, the most beautiful things, the most beloved things, the most awesome things to come to a theater near you, which is your reality, your life. All right, so with every video, so this is the last one on At Your Command. You got to give yourself a hand for coming on through. And then start picking your favorite video and listen to it over and over, and then just pull on that thing. Maybe you're catching feelings. Maybe you're working on imagining wisely and holding the image. Maybe you're working on both skills at the same time because you're a badass. Yeah, well, whatever it is, you better work. And you better have peace too. Like, it's not all about struggle kind of work. I'm not afraid of work. Like, work is part of life. Sometimes you gotta, for the dishes to get clean, you gotta wash them. It's not a terrible thing. So sometimes to get to that level of spiritual enlightenment, or to you bring a business forward or whatever, you gotta scale the mountain. So get on your hiking shoes. All right, so what do we do first here? We always hold the world up in prayer. We are holding for love, healing, provision, abundance, and joy. Like people, we are holding up those who are grieving. We started out really focusing on Lahaina Maui, Kula, Olavalu, and just the whole island of Maui, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And the Hawaiian people and the local people and just everybody. And then Oahu with its water crisis, and then the Big Island, and just all the things going on in the Hawaiian Islands right now. And then we're also holding up the rest of the world. There are just things going on worldwide. So with all of you different, so 1 point, 365 degrees, with each one of us holding a degree of love, healing, provision, abundance towards the parts of the world. We're just gonna light the world up with the most incredible, miraculous stories. And so, if you have a miraculous story coming through, please put it in the comments. Somebody may be coming through my channel and they may read what you have to say, and it might save their life, because it could be so, so powerful. And this is something, I recently got this when I was meditating and praying for each and every one of you. And the message is this: if you are here and you've come across this channel, you are meant for something wonderful and divine. You, yes, you, and all of yous. Something wonderful and divine, something great. And you are more divine and amazing than you know. That's why you got to get going. And I pray you and the rest of the world sees this today. That is a special message for each and every one of my viewers. You are precious in my sight. You are precious in God's sight. You are meant for something wonderful and divine, something great, big beyond your measure. You are more divine and amazing than you know, because the Creator lives within you. And I pray that you and the rest of the world sees this today, sees this in us, because we want to pursue our dreams, goals, visions, purposes, and acts of service. The world, if you needed a sign, okay? If you needed a sign, this is your sign. It's time for you to align with those deep-seated truths and get going, because the world is in need of you. And I'm just so excited to hear what positive things happen in your life, because you guys are amazing. All right, so we're going to start off with our prayer, okay? So Lahaina, Maui, Big Island, Oahu, Palestine, Israel, Yemen, France, Germany, Italy, Jabela, Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, all of China, Taiwan, the United States, all Middle East. Okay, so let's just hold them up. We're going to hold them up for love, peace, provision, abundance, joy, wisdom, truth. Okay, so scooping it up. Okay, we're going to now lift our prayers to God, cast our cares on God, for He cares for us. He and she care for us. Okay, just let it go so that we release, Deepak Chopra would say, release the mantra, release the prayer so that it may go forth and multiply our good-hearted intentions. Okay, so we are going to finish up at your command with Neville Goddard. And it's just been the bomb. Okay, so the last part where we were talking about was the woman with the three drops of oil, and how she walked in faith. She closed the door to the not, and she stood in faith and she embodied it. And then she was able to not only fill all the vessels she borrowed, but have overflowing. And that is going to be you, me, all of us. We are going to have vessels of abundance, our dreams, our goals, our visions, our purposes, our acts of service. These vessels are going to be poured into, and they are going to be overflowing out into the world through the ultimate vessel, this clay jar, this light lamp that God gave us, right? We're going to walk this out. You are the light of the world. You're going to walk that light into the world. So, I want to just give you a big hug. Big hugs! Okay. All right, so let's pick up. Oh my gosh, I can actually see this happening. You are the light of the world. Don't forget that. You are the heart of the world. You are the heart of the universe, in fact. Continue to stand up for the higher order values and walk this out into life. You are a gift beyond measure, and you are more powerful than you ever knew. All right, so we talked about the beautiful woman. We talked about being in agreement with our desire. We talked about dropping the fears and the doubts. So we know if we're in the fear and doubt thing, we know we're off course, because we want to be able to fill every vessel overflowing with our abundance. Our abundance runs over. Our abundance runs over. Our abundance runs over. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Feel that. Get into this feeling state. Like get it in your body. What is your abundance dance? Like, what is your abundance body work? Maybe your abundance body work is like, I don't have some great papan. Like, I don't know, but just get into the state and figure it out, and then embody it. Okay, so we're going to finish off strong. Thank you, Neville Goddard. Okay, ready? Recognition. Recognition is a power that conjures in the world. Every state that you have ever recognized, you have embodied. So think about that. If you've embodied success, you've recognized success, and you've embodied it. If you've recognized health, then you embody it, because you take actions, you get your heart and mind aligned. If you also recognize poverty, you're also going to embody that. So that's why a lot of business, they say you're the 5 people closest to you. So you want to make sure they are movers and shakers and are ambitious and are using their heart and mind aligned right, because what we reap, what we sow. We cannot just be making profit. Number one, it's to uplift humanity. We have to have these good hearts. So recognition is the power that conjures in the world. Every state that you have ever recognized, you have embodied. That which you are recognizing as true of yourself today. Neville's dropping the mic again. Whatever you recognize as truth of yourself today. So I'm asking you, what are you recognizing as truth for yourself today. Just journal about it and what have you. And if you feel so moved, put it in the comments. So, recognizing as true of yourself today is that which you are experiencing. So ask yourself the question, what do I see truth of myself today? And then once you start looking in your life, what are you experiencing? You will begin to see the mirroring effect, the links between things, and with that awareness, you can change it. So, and also the feeling, we're going to catch those feelings. We're going to get away from those yucky things and we're going to catch good feelings. So, be as the widow and recognize joy, no matter how little the beginning of recognition. So, joy, right? So be as the widow and recognize joy, no matter how little the beginnings of recognition, and you will be generously rewarded. For the world is a magnifying mirror, magnifying everything that you are conscious of being. So another question, what are you magnifying? Okay? Because you're going to look around, you're going to start to see, oh, and if I want to change the man in the mirror, I got to change me, and then the out picturing changes, right? You don't go to the mirror and then start moving my hair and stuff. No, I come to me, the man in the mirror, and I make my hair different, or I change my face from, right? Okay. Michael Jackson, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Ooh. I'm telling him to change his ways. Deep. Okay, so I am the Lord, the God, who has brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. What a glorious revelation. Your awareness is not revealed as the Lord thy God. Come, awaken from your dream of being imprisoned and realize the earth is yours and everything in it, and the fullness thereof, the world, and all that dwells therein. Okay, so we got this King James stuff from Neville, because it's good stuff, but let me read it again, because sometimes the I beeth, maggieth, and I taketh, a slurpieth, and sippeth. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, I am the Lord, the God, which has brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Egypt is anywhere that you are in bondage, enslaved, or not. It's not happening. Out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Meaning you're not going to be double-minded and focus on your problem and your solution at once. You must be single-minded towards the solution. We are the people who have a solution for every problem, not a problem for every solution. Thank you, Billy Carson, for that one. What a glorious revolution your awareness will now reveal as the Lord thy God. Come awake from the dream of being imprisoned. Come awake. Can you hear me? Come awake. I'm calling you out of your tombs. Resurrection time, resurrection time. Realize that the earth is yours and the fullness thereof. So whatever the fullness thereof is in the earth is yours, the world and all that dwells therein. So realize that the earth is yours and the fullness thereof, the world and all that dwells therein. And when we realize that this, man, it's so exciting. Like you do feel this joy because it's like, wow, I can change my state. I can change my feelings. I can change my mind. I can change my heart. It's not just I can. I am. I will. I'm going to. Watch me. Stepping out boldly. Awake from your imprisonment. You are no longer imprisoned. Come up and out of whatever Egypt. We love Egypt. I'm just saying whatever the state is that you're in bondage, down, held, slavery, blah, 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 blah. Wake up, come alive, be free. Okay, it's a glorious revelation. You are free. I'm telling you now, you're free. Okay, now, last paragraph. We are bada boom, bada bing, coming to the finish line. Okay, and we can see the finish line. Okay, woo, victory. All right, you have become so enmeshed in the belief that you are man that you have forgotten the glorious being that you are. So do you know you are a glorious being? I'm here to tell you. You, all of you, all of us, we are glorious beings. Let us not forget that. So now, with your memory restored, you are restored. Decree the unseen to appear, and it shall appear. For all things are compelled to respond to the voice of God. Where is God? You hear this? God is in here, and God is in there. Right. Okay. Now with your memory restored, I say your memory is restored. Decree that the unseen to appear, and it shall appear. For all things are compelled to respond to the voice of God. When I say I am wealthy, I am. I am healthy, I am. My environment and my inner state is going to respond to the voice of God, which lives in me and lives in you. Your awareness of being, the world's, oh, wait at this, here comes Mike Chuck Neville. All right, for all things are compelled to respond to the voice of God. Your awareness of being, the world, is at your command. Oh my gosh! Let it out. Let out the joy. Let out whatever needs to be. We are decreeing that you will appear, whatever you want, your desire will appear. We are decreeing that it shall appear. We are decreeing that you are free from imprisonment. We are decreeing it so, and so it is. And with this principle, the world is at your command. And what are you going to do with it? Let's just pretend this is the world. I am tossing the world to you. Boop. The world is at our command. And so let's create heaven on earth. Let's create this new social memory complex. Let us create the highest order values on the planet. Okay, so yes. Okay, give yourself a hand. It's very important to celebrate small victories and little victories because your spirit man, woman needs to hear it. So ready? Bravo! Yay! My Kai! Yeah! We did it! Okay, sorry, it's getting hot over here. So, with that in mind, I want to thank you for joining me. I am praying for each and every one of you. If you needed a sign, there's your sign. I'm your sign. Get off your booty and get it going. Get your heart and mind aligned and take the actions towards your dreams, goals, visions, purposes, and acts of service. And you are kings and queens. You're royal. You got things going on. So get up off the floor and get going. And remember that you are loved. You're precious. Every one of you is precious in my eyes and in God's eyes and in this community's eyes. So I'm telling you, you can do it. I'm praying for each and every one of you. I really do appreciate too that if you could please subscribe, leave your positive comments. Your comments could come through and do amazing things for somebody else. It might be the lifeline that somebody else needs to hear. And just don't forget the word in the beginning. You are wonderful and divine. Something great is coming for you. You are more divine than you know. And then I wish and pray that the rest of the world sees that today, that we all see that today as a collective. So, and thank you for your prayers for Lahaina and the whole world. Those prayers are going out into the world. They're doing things. There's miracles happening left and right. Oh, I got it this time. Left, right, up, down. Just let's live in the land of miracles. Let's hold that state. Miracles are everyday things in our community and world. All right, thank you for joining me, and congratulations for finishing at your command. You're awesome. And we are going to start a new book next video. So just take these stories to heart too. Think about Daniel. Think about the lady with the oil. Think about the other person that needed to shut things out. Think about Mary. Think about Joseph. Think about God, the I am that lives within you. Okay, just pick your favorite tool and start building upon it, and you're going to just see your life change. You're going to see upgrades that you could not imagine. So you're going to be caliente, hot, 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 in a good way. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I'm going to be praying for each and every one of you. No self-harm, no numbing yourself out, no suicide, none of these things. You are precious in my sight and in God's sight. So thank you for joining me, and may you be in and at peace.